Hey everybody, welcome back to another YouTube video with me, Katie. This week we are redecorating my bedroom. Me and my sister have decided not to change apartments when our lease ends, and so I'm kind of trying to redo and re-inspire a different room every single month on kind of a low budget, just to make the place feel a little bit new. We've lived here for 3.5 years, so when our lease renews this upcoming winter, it'll be 4 years that we've lived here. But I just wanted to kind of spruce things up, make a little bit of a change so it doesn't feel like we're just like stuck, if that makes sense. But this week we are doing my bedroom, which I'm so excited about. I gave myself a budget of $300 and I will let you guys guess to see how much I spent, and then I'll let you know after I show you everything. But let's get started. So first things first, because this is closest to me, I got these throw pillows to put on my bed at Walmart. They're kind of cute, very soft. I'm hoping that they work with the color scheme. And then I also got myself a new pillow. I have one of these pillows already and I really like it, so I decided to get a second one to replace my other pillow on my bed. We have 2 of these under bed rolling bin storage. And they have like a thing they zip up on the top, and they're on wheels, which I actually really like. So I have some storage already underneath my bed that I'm going to transfer over into these bins, and then only have just what's in these 2 bins. Then I got this super cute throw blanket. It's blue and like look at the bows and just like all this random kitchen stuff. I really like this blanket. I don't know if this is gonna go in my bedroom though. This might just go in the living room. But there's that throw blanket, and then I guess there are like 2 things that aren't necessarily a part of the bedroom thing, but I'm including them in my budget because I spent money on them. I also got a 6-count thing of socks, and these are like super thick, so I'm excited. I'm gonna be wearing these to work. But I got the throw blanket and the socks at Kohl's, and I also got a new thing of sheets also at Kohl's, extra soft. Honestly, I'm not the biggest fan of Kohl's sheets, but they are affordable, and I really didn't want to wait for something to come in the mail from Amazon, and so I just decided I'm gonna get these sheets, and if I really want a new pair of sheets again, I'll just get them on Amazon at that point in time. But I really wanted to redo my bedroom today, so hence why I bought the sheets. The other 2 things I got, these 2 are from Walmart. I got, I don't know why I got like probably this returned one, but this is a over the door shoe organizer that I'm gonna put in my closet because I have some loose shoes that are just sitting on the bottom of my closet that I'd like to organize. And then this throw blanket that I'm gonna put on my bed in my bedroom. And then last things last is I got a new comforter for my bed, and I'm super excited about it, but the packaging stuff actually fell off when I was bringing it inside. So it's like just loose, but this is the new comforter. She's really big, a light medium type blue color, and there's like these cute little tassel things on it. But I'm obsessed. It's super fluffy and cozy, and I think there are shams somewhere in there that'll be for the 2 pillows that'll be at the very front of the bed. But yeah, I don't know if you guys have already put in your guesses, but I did get the comforter at Kohl's, and in total I spent, I think it was $224. So I was $76 under budget, which is fantastic. We love to be under budget. The only other things I kind of want to still get for the room is a new bed frame and then a new bedside table. However, those things alone would probably cost me about $300 between the 2. So I'm not worrying about them right now. I don't need new ones. I just want new ones. And so I'm just not going to get them. But this will be a really great start to get the bedroom like just nice and fresh and new. So yeah, we are going to be heading into my bedroom and reorganizing a ton of stuff. We're going to be doing kind of like a fall reset clean, kind of like a spring deep cleaning, but we're doing it now here in fall. There are a lot of clothes I need to get rid of. There are things I need to transfer into my closet. And then there are just deep cleaning tasks that I need to do and like get rid of like random stuff that is just in my room that I never use. I also want to see if I can shift my bed to the side and see if I like how it looks that way. That is going to take a lot of effort because I'm going to have to move my mattress and my box spring and get everything from underneath my bed moved so that I can shift the bed frame and then put everything back together. So that'll take me a little bit of a second, but let's get started. Okay, this is what we are working with. Excuse my squeaky floors. We have 2 bedside tables on both sides. We need to kind of clean those out, reorganize, and then we have my bed, of course. In my closet, we're going to be putting the organizer right here, but we have all this nonsense, and I don't even use these 2 laundry baskets. They are just full of random clothes that I also never freaking wear. So we're going to be decluttering. Like, literally, my closet is not very big, but like I need to get rid of stuff because I never wear it. So there's also like loose shoes that you can see kind of like on the floor, but we're going to be reorganizing this, and then we also just need to declutter my dresser and maybe actually reorganize my drawers in my dresser as well, because they're like kind of also filled to the brim with a ton of clothes that I don't wear. Like, I don't wear like most of the clothes that I have. I cycle through like 4 outfits, but yeah, this is what we're working with. I want to shift the bed so it's like laying along the wall like that, like sideways, kind of like a day bed. And I don't think I'll have space for both of the bedside tables, but that's okay because I don't like them. So if I have to get rid of one of the bedside tables and only have the other one on the other side, that's totally fine. But we're gonna see if it fits, and maybe it will fit with both of the bedside tables, but we'll just see. I also really hate my curtains. I think they're super ugly. However, I don't really want to buy new ones, and I have like these sheer ones, but they're sheer, and I don't want people from outside, because literally that's the street right there. I don't want people from outside to be seeing directly into my bedroom. So if I get new curtains, they have to be still kind of like a solid color, I guess you could say. But anyways, this is what we're working with. We are going to first start with moving the bedside tables out of the way, and then moving all of the nonsense that's underneath my bed, which you can't see very well, but like there is some nonsense underneath my bed. Okay, this is how we're looking now. I know it doesn't seem like very much because it's like the long side of the bed, so there's not a whole lot of pillows, but this is just for me, and I do not need more pillows than that. So even though it would look better with more pillows, I'm not gonna buy more pillows. So it is what it is. And then same with the blanket on the sides of the bed. Once again, this is just for me. I do not need that white part of the bed to be covered up. I could have gotten a king-sized blanket, but I didn't really think about that. So it is what it is. I think it's kind of cute, simple. Both of the nightstands did fit. However, they are a tight squeeze. But you know what? I'm kind of vibing with it. And I have so much space now in my room. Like, I literally didn't change the size of my room. All I did was flip that bed, and I have all of this space now. Before it was like this much, but look how much I have now. So exciting stuff. I do have all of this stuff. So the blankets that were on my bed were my summer blankets because it gets so hot in this house. So I'm gonna go wash those and then fold them up and put them away for next year. And then I have a ton of weird backpacks and bags and stuff, so I need to organize those. I probably will just put them back under the bed. Maybe they will fit in one of the storage containers, but I'm saving those for clothes. And then I'm getting rid of this pile of stuff right here. So figure out where to put this, put that in the donate pile, and then we are now tackling the clothes that were under the bed and then the closet. Okay, I added the little shoe thing and filled it up with some shoes. I have a few more shoes in the other room that I might put in there, but I also might leave them over there. I do also need to get rid of a lot of these sheets because honestly, I just want to toss them. I have too many and they're like not my favorite. So need to kind of organize that. And then I took all of my clothes out of the closet and here they are on the bed now. I need to take all of the summer clothes out of here and then add them into this. The other one that I put under the bed is like really winter stuff, and it's like the very, very beginning of fall, so I'm not going to add them to the closet yet. But I'm going to take the summer stuff, put it in there, and then get rid of all the things I don't think I will wear again next year. And then literally we have so many clothes right here. I want to keep all of these, but I don't wear them very much. So honestly, we'll see. the end result. We have the bed. I vacuumed everything, cleaned this whole dresser up. I did not go through any of these drawers because I honestly didn't really want to, but that's like the only thing I have left to do is these drawers and then the actual nightstands, but I'm not going to do the nightstands today either. These 3 shirts all have stains in them that I'm going to ask my mom if she can get out for me. And then we have the closet. I have a few things in here that I don't really have any other place for them to go because they're too bulky. I don't know what to do with this bag because I also like don't use it, but I don't want to throw it away. And then we got the shoes and the color-coded clothes. And under the bed there is just those 2 things of the winter clothes and then the summer spring clothes. So yeah, this is my little bedroom reset. Thank you for joining me today, guys, and I hope you have the best week ever and join me in the next week's video.